excited about what you will bring to the daily operations of Cumberland Terminal. We would like you to commence immediately,
Ma su YouTube?
and will provide
Sì.
all required training at our Cumberland facility.
Mazza che pesante.
Già qua? Come si chiama?
Time Sim World. Aspetta un attimo che qua impostazioni. Allora, unità, iniziamo metrico. Modifica acceso, marcatore, HD, sì, qualità ombre, ovviamente. Ultra. Alto.
Una pesantuccia, eh?
Pesantuccio. Minchia, con una 1080 sto facendo 1080 Ti, sto facendo 36 fps. Vedi di correre perché te le do col legno. Anti-aliasing, va bene. V-Sync spento. Vabbè, vediamo.
Coordination is critical to operating
Porca troia,
locomotives on a
30.
railroad. Look down at the ground,
Ti rendi
up at
conto?
the sky, left and right.
Come cazzo ho ottimizzato?
Guardati intorno. Va bene, ho ottimizzato col culo. Si sono messi lì col culo. Puoi invertire l'asse? No. Va bene, vediamo. Guarda il marker a sinistra. Dove? Guarda a destra. Ok. Vabbè, ti pare ci sarà qualche cosa che... Aspetta, vediamo. No, ho detto metrico. Vediamo, sì, che li danno noi. Vediamo, magari facciamo il post processo, vediamo. Basso, vediamo. Non è questo perché vedi qua resta sempre 28-29. FPS limitati. Vediamo, faccio tutto... Dov'è qua? Vediamo, faccio tutto basso, vediamo. Ecco, vedi, già si è ripreso 60. Using spento. Vediamo, facciamo la prova. Texture alto ultra, vediamo. Applica. Ok, non sono le texture. Distanza, questa è sicuro, vediamo. Già, guardala che scende. Andiamo così. Andiamo da 53 a 52. Da 52 a 42 con le ombre. E vabbè, qua il fogliame. Ultra boom. Ok. Basta. Questo dovrebbe essere. Alle ombre, mettiamo qua media. Mannaggia, spento davvero basso, dai. Ok. Un po'
There
meglio.
are many things that are not operated from a locomotive cab, so you'll be on your feet for a fair portion
Si
of
riesce a
the time.
leggere?
Stretch your legs for a few seconds to get warmed up. That's the physical
Oh,
portion
meglio.
of your training complete. Head over and climb aboard a
Arrampico
locomotive.
nella cabina.
No, quello non
Open the cab door
Dai,
and
almeno.
proceed inside.
è adesso.
Buongiorno.
To take control, you'll want the engineer's seat. Head over and sit down.
Che spettacolo però, guarda che è fatto bene.
When sat in the
Insomma,
engineer's seat of a
figo.
locomotive, the driving heads-up display will appear in the bottom
Questa è
right
quella
corner.
caduta,
This HUD shows key
non
information
proprio,
about
è in
the state of the
prestito.
locomotive while you are driving.
Aspetta, devo fare una cosa un attimo.
Che bello che è.
Mi deve mettere le unità metriche, forse non ci siamo capiti.
The dials on the
Okay.
right display brake system pressures.
Ok.
Along the bottom are the direction, throttle, and brake type indicators. Finally, the exclamation mark on the left is the safety warning indicator, known as the alerter. This will illuminate when something requires your attention and must be acknowledged. Safety always comes first on the railroad. So to start with, we need to let those around us know this locomotive is operational. Begin by turning the forward headlights control to bright.
È figo, è per
Sì.
diventare
Ah. Certo, voglio.
There are three key controls to operating this locomotive: the reverser, brakes, and throttle. The reverser determines direction of travel. Put this into forward. To the left is the auto brake, which applies brakes along the entire length of the train. Let's move this to release. We're about to move, so make 2 blasts of the horn to alert anyone around. Remember, safety
Dov'è la
first.
sirena?
Now add some power, but not too much. Too much power too soon can damage both the locomotive and the cars. Always start off nice and slowly. Increase the throttle lever by 1 notch.
Ah, per aumentare. Bellissimo. Solo questa la mina, non fa un cazzo.
You're moving. Great work. To maintain a constant speed, move the throttle back to its idle position.
Capito?
While driving, you may wish to view the train from the outside.
Porca miseria.
You can do this
Vabbè.
by switching to one of the many external cameras.
Ehi là.
Have a play with moving the camera around while the train is coasting along.
Guardalo, guardalo che sparve, guardalo qua. Qua.
That concludes the basic engineer training on this locomotive. So let's bring it to a stop. Move the auto brake to initial reduction. As with applying power, too much brake pressure
come è
applied
fiero,
too
guarda la
quickly
guida.
can be detrimental to the train
Molto.
and its cargo.
Accentata, madonna. No, no, ho sbagliato, ho sbagliato, ho sbagliato.
Well done.
Ok.
You're now all set to explore Train Sim World.
Signor Sparp.
To learn more about railroad operations,
Sto facendo una partita.
Vabbè, dopo ti vengo a seguire.
Intanto sto guardando pure il tuo streaming ogni tanto.
so you want to learn about yard switching? Let's take a look. Before a train goes anywhere, crews arrange all the cars together. Meticulous planning goes into making sure the right cars go to the right tracks to make up the right trains. This process is called switching. Climb aboard this locomotive and we'll get...
Tizio c'ha Perisic.
Started. Set the locomotive up and pull towards the cars ahead. Take it easy though. 5 miles an hour will do just fine.
Ehi!
T'ha segnato?
No, no, segnato io. Anche quello di cosa non è male spa, eh? Caricatelo poi.
Cosa?
Quello di pesca gratuito. L'ho provato.
Ah, va bene.
È bellino perché poi c'è tutta la carriera. Alla fine è gratis. È figo, è dettagliatissimo, c'è proprio tutte i tipi di esca, quelle che tu usi per andare a pesca. Tutti i tipi di canna, rubinetti. Tutti i blocchi. Profondo.
That's it. You got this. Now, haul them back beyond the switch in the track. Okay, the train is clear. Bring it to a stop. To put these cars with the others on the adjacent track, a switch in the track must be changed. Climb down from the locomotive and walk to the switch. Move the lever so the rails align to the other direction. Excellent. We're all set. Climb back aboard and push the cars down the track, connecting them with the others already there.
Dei 50 stavo girando sicuramente.
sto scambiando due cosi, due treni. Vorrei affacciarmi che non vedo un cazzo. Come ti affacci? Li ho cambiati di vagone, cioè di binario, e proprio li ho scambiati.
You're doing great. Keep it up. Now, to uncouple the locomotive from the cars, climb down and walk to the first freight car. First off, apply the brake wheel on the freight car so they are secured in place. Pull the cut lever to disconnect the locomotive from the cars. And that's all there is to it. This process is repeated until all the cars required are assembled on the same track. To finish, climb back aboard the locomotive and move it up the track so it is ready to assemble more cars.
Che due coglioni però. Che cazzo.
Let's take a look at how to use the turntable. It'll come in useful around Cumberland Yard. There are two key components: the table, which must be locked in place to use, and the control cabin where the table is operated from. Take a seat inside the control cabin and we'll get started. On the left is a monitor to view the action outside. In the middle is the rotation control. And on the right is the table lock control. Let's activate the desk by turning the monitor on and unlocking the table. Now we want to rotate the table to point towards the nearby locomotive. Click and drag the rotation control to move the table in the direction you need. Let go of the rotation control as the desired track nears the left side of the monitor.
Hai visto quello lì in modo GP2 che fa?
Modo GP2,
Ieri, Fenati che ha fatto.
No, 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 ancora non l'ho visto.
Guarda.
Before we head over to the locomotive, be sure to lock the table again so that the turntable is safe to drive onto. As you drive onto the turntable, take it very slowly so you don't overshoot. Going slowly also means that not much brake is required to stop. Once stopped, climb down from the locomotive and head back to the control cabin. With the locomotive ready to be turned, activate the monitor and unlock the table. Using the rotation control, turn the table and locomotive to the indicated track. Lock the turntable in place before you leave, then climb back aboard the locomotive and run it to the designated marker. Excellent work! That concludes this tutorial on using...
Oh, Sparvo, io devo andare.
Vai caro, ci sentiamo più tardi.
Sentiamo dopo.
Ciao.
Vedete il video che ti ho mandato?
Va bene.
Ciao.
Ciao ciao.
User disconnected from your channel.
Refueling is an important part of keeping a locomotive running, so let's go over how we do it. A refueling stand consists of two components: the hose, which connects to the locomotive, and the pump activation control. A locomotive is already stopped in the right place. Walk over and remove the fuel cap. Now, go and pick up the fuel hose. Take it over to the locomotive and attach the hose to the fuel tank. Return to the fuel stand and activate the refueling pump. The system will automatically switch off once the tank is full. You can see the state of refueling by observing the indicator on the side of the fuel tank. Pick up the hose and put it back on the fuel stand. Then replace the fuel tank cap. And that's all there is to it.